Community policing is something Chief Treshik and the Rockville Police Department represent every day. 3 stories we covered this year: Canine Cops Meet the Ambassador, National Night Out, and Operation One Voice speak to this aspect of the department. Czech Ambassador Peter Gondolovic was happy to meet one of Rockville's canine officers. He was in Rockville to receive a certificate of appreciation from the city, recognizing the special relationship between Rockville and the Czech Republic.
The relationship, of course, is now based on the dogs, which may sound quite surprising for your community, but I think that it may not be the end of our relationship. We certainly may find many other opportunities for learning about each other.
Corporal Heath Marshall and Canine Officer Boomer, along with Corporal Dickerson and Rocco, make up the city's canine unit.
Our canine unit started approximately 7 years ago when Corporal Dickerson obtained the first dog, Rocco, who was from the Czech Republic. And about 3.5, almost 4 years ago, we picked up our second dog, Boomer, which I have, also from the Czech Republic. And since then, we've been going strong. His dog is patrol and narcotics trained, and Boomer is trained for patrol and explosives.
We obviously are pretty active at night. We do a lot of work where the guys, you know, it may not be a huge find or a huge bust of drugs, but anytime we find somebody out here, it's a time where the officers may have, but it would have either taken them a lot longer or they may not have found them at all. So, you know, and it keeps them out of harm's way. And I mean, obviously, anytime we can get any type of drugs off the street and out of our community, that's a good thing too.
McGruff the crime dog was the star of the show at Rockville's annual National Night Out event. It's a party that takes place across the city, one that Police Chief Terry Treshik looks forward to every year.
It's an event that's of great importance to the community because it gets the community out talking with one another. It gets police officers and elected officials out to talk with the community, to talk about the good and the bad, and what's going on, mostly the good.
The Rockville City Police were on hand to give Mark Holbert, a Green Beret wounded in battle in Afghanistan, a hand crank bike. This bike was the same model he used to travel 200 miles from Gettysburg to D.C. in the American Odyssey Relay.
We just want to say thank you for everything you've done, and we're just proud to be part of presenting this to you.
Thank you. I
appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
Rockville Police Chief Terry Treshik was honored to extend the token of the city's gratitude to Sergeant First Class Mark Holbert.
It's actually really wonderful to see the local community giving support to wounded soldiers and helping to adjust the wounded soldier back into to local, normal life again.
Rockville City Police pride themselves on keeping the residents and visitors of Rockville safe. 3 stories we covered this year represent how the department is looking out for you on the road through Rockville 11's coverage of Toward Zero Deaths, the license plate scanner story, and Maryland's distracted driving law.
You'll be able to tell the police officers if a car is wanted somewhere, if the person who drives the car is wanted. It'll tell you if there's revoked or suspended licenses or if the registration belongs on that vehicle.
This is the technology that runs the license plate readers. It runs in the background, looking for numbers and letters to see who's out of line.
What it actually does is takes 2 pictures of any vehicle you pass. It's a wide picture, and then it zooms in on what it perceives as being a tag. So if it passes a sign, it will show up here in this area as a license plate, and it'll run that against the list.
That's very dangerous. Distracted driving, not just cell phones, is a big cause of accidents, and at least with this legislation, we can take care of the cell phone and the texting issue.
Rockville City Police Sergeant Andy Crawford thinks Maryland's more stringent cell phone law will make a difference on the road. So what does the law say now exactly? Text messaging is prohibited for all drivers, handheld cell phone use is banned for all drivers with fines between $40 and $100, and drivers under the age of 18 and drivers with learner's permits are prohibited from using cell phones, including hands-free. You can talk on hands-free devices, but you can't hold anything in your hand. No texting, emails, or Facebooking. One story we've been covering all year is the construction of the new state-of-the-art police headquarters, taking the place of the historic old post office right in downtown Rockville. How are things progressing with the construction of the new police headquarters?
I think it's phenomenal. As you go up there and look at it day to day, you see it going from nothing on the ground to the second building being built. The tunnel that's going to connect the 2 buildings has been put into place. It really looks good, and I think by this time next year, we're possibly going to be in the building.